Thank you for joining. I have created this gift box with kind of a small mini book to fit inside for Valentine's, and I printed an extra set to show you how to make this. So basically I'll show you the main gift box and the cover for the book. I have a few videos for the gift box, but I thought I'd make this one with this design. So it comes with these bits inside. That's the gift, the book. So it's quite a mini one to fit inside, and it comes with some luggage tags and gift bags, envelopes, and inside each envelope I've got extra bits inside. Should have one here as well. And there is another one here with some mini bits and stamps that you can decorate your book and gift box. So I'm going to show you now how to make this. I have printed an extra set. I've trimmed most of the pieces, so again, if you're gonna make this one, I'd suggest that you print yours and start cutting. I left some instructions on the files as well, but I'll show you how I make the main bits. So that's the book. This is the book as well. You will need for the gift box 2 pieces of ribbons. I would recommend to cut them in advance, and I'm gonna stick this, I think, on top instead of the other one. Okay, so for the main gift box, just trim around the edge of the paper, then you fold into 2, and then there are 2 dotted lines here to fold as well. It's hard, I believe, to see in the video, but there are there is a pearl, 2 pearls lines here. So now we're gonna stick this. It's pretty easy to make, but I believe that if it's the first time you make this kind of gift box, it's a bit tricky and you might not know what to do with all the pieces. So I'm applying a bit of glue, mainly for the edges, on one side. And I'm gonna put this aside for a moment to dry. I'm gonna go over the fold, and this bit is ready here. And now for the frame of the gift box, you will have 2 long pieces and 2 small pieces, and I'm going to stick them one to each other, one big, one small, one big, one small. So you have 2 flaps here to fold, small flap, large flap, so you're folding both, and then this piece, the straight one, you fold to meet the flap here. So I'm going to arrange it before, because then it's gonna 1, 2. So the large flaps are facing you after it's folded, and then I'm gonna have the large one here, and then the small one. So this is gonna go inside. Okay. Yeah, I always like to do it before, because otherwise it starts to get a bit confusing. So now it's all arranged, so you can see all the large flaps are facing me. Now I'm gonna start sticking, so I'm taking the first two. The first one that I'm applying the glue, I'm gonna leave this bit open because the last one is gonna fold. It's gonna fold over and I'm gonna stick it in here. So yeah, so don't apply glue on the edge here. So a bit of glue here. The flaps you're leaving with no glue, and I'm going to apply glue on this bit, and at the same time you can cover this part with glue. So I'm aligning them together, so these flaps, the large ones, are facing me. I'm going to fold this over, and I'm going to fold over this one. Now I'm going to go into the next. Sorry, it's a bit of a... I'll remove this one. No. Next one. So a bit of glue on the flap here. I'm applying glue on both sides just in case, although I'm covering this with glue as well, just to make sure it's stuck properly. So no glue on the flap. And now it's this piece is gonna come here. And now onto the last one. So a bit glue here and here. I'm covering this part as well fully. And now I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to make sure that everything is dried properly. So this is going to fold, it's going to fold, and now I'm going to insert this flap into the gap here. So I'm going to put glue on both sides. And I'm just gonna hold it for a few seconds just to make sure. I can see now this bit is open. Okay. So I'm gonna go through all of them just to make sure it's glued properly. Okay. Now I'm going to fold this large flap inside. I've done this before, so I also recommend you also do before. And there is a page with two pieces, so this piece I'm going to stick here at the bottom, so it's going to create the base. I think it's on the third page of this kit. I kept it together so it's easy for you to spot, so they come together on the page. Actually I'm confusing you. No. Just take. So that's an option. What I've done actually, sorry, I'm confusing you. Anyway, this piece definitely is going inside, and as you can see, I've covered it in glue, and I've stuck it. Have I? Yeah. And I covered it. I covered the flap. So now the base is ready, and I'm gonna stick it inside the main part of the box. What I've done here, I think I forgot, when I've done mine, I forgot to stick this piece here. So when I've put the ribbons, I used one of the stamps here to cover, from the kit, to cover them, yeah, to cover the ribbon. So it's basically in between the two. And probably I'm gonna do the same now, because I don't want to, I would like to use this piece in the book. So there are loads of pieces in the kit. Let me choose one. This comes also with the kit. I'm just going to cut this. I'm improvising a bit. So you can use any piece from the kit. I didn't print the full kit. I only printed the pages for the gift box and the book. So I had an extra one that was showing on the page, so I'm going to use this. So now to the ribbons. So 1, 2, 3. That's the main box. Make sure it's facing up. There's no actually right direction. There are 2 mini birds here, so I don't know if you can see it. So I'm gonna make this as the front of the gift box, and this is gonna come here, but just before I'm going to stick the ribbons first. Okay, so one ribbon is gonna come here in the middle. You can use any glue for this, but this works for me just fine if I put enough glue. That's why I didn't bother about to cut this nicely, because they're being covered anyway. So that's one. Oh. No, I'm gonna do this later. I'm gonna add more glue later. 1 second. And the second one is gonna come here. And now to cover this, I'm going to put this heart here. Okay. Now I'm going to apply glue here. Actually with this it's better to use maybe double-sided tape or PVA glue, but I don't think I actually put ink at the time, glue at the time. Let me just do this quickly. What's going on? Oh my goodness. I've connected the two. That's my second piece. Silly Karen. Second. Okay. That was funny. Okay. There you go. Okay, so I've got glue in here. I'm going to stick this bit here at the bottom as a base. And with my fingers, I'm kind of connecting all the pieces together, the flaps, the sides, and I'm just pushing it in a bit. Yeah, so now it's all covered. And now I'm going to add glue here. I normally use, as I say, double-sided tape. Okay. Okay, so this is going to cover the ribbon on this side and create the box. So I'm folding this forward a bit to see my edges. I'm going to make sure, usually I'm standing up for this part because I want to make sure that it's centered all around. Yeah. So I'm pressing it on all sides and a bit in the middle. And actually the gift box is now ready. My hands is a bit sticky, so I'm not going to do the knot just now. But this is actually the gift box. On mine, the first one I've made, there is a card here, it's Happy Valentine's Day. I've used these mini stickers, like 3D ones, so it's a bit raised up from the gift box, but there is this oval shape here. On the file, I think I've made it slightly larger. After printing the first set, I've realized that I've got space to make this slightly larger. So you can stick this one instead. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over with a bit of, I've got a very old ink pad here that I'm using for edging. So I'm just going to edge this little piece on the side. Okay, and now I'm going to use one of those stickers. So it has tape on both sides, so you peel one and then you can stick this one here. So the larger one I have currently on the file will cover more room of the gift box. So that's that. Now onto the book cover. So the book cover itself comes with the actual cover. I'll show you in a second how I fold and stick to create the cover, and 2 pockets that will go inside. That should be on the same page. So I cut this as one piece. I fold it in 2. This way it's double-sided print. I'm going to apply glue on one side. So it's the edges which are more important to cover. I'm going to fold this one over. And then you can either fold it in the middle as it is, or you can create a thicker cover and then like a thicker side and just fold where the brown bit, the 2 edges. And one more thing I usually do, I'm going to cut slightly the edges, and as well I'm going to go over with the ink pad or with any other method you've got to age your edges. I'm never too sure how to say it, or to stain them. Okay, so that's the cover, and I'm going to stick the 2 pockets right here. Yes, stain, probably a better word to use. Apologies for my English, I'm doing my best. Okay, so you just apply a bit of glue on those 3 sides, leaving the top open. That's one side. You don't want to apply a lot of glue because you want to keep this open space as well as open as possible, so it's not too, it's wide enough to stick things inside. Okay, so that's the cover. For them pages that go inside the book, I haven't trimmed this paper just to show you what I mean if you want to have a double-sided inner pages. So there are 2 pages on the file. One page will have these 4 rectangles, and there is another page which is a full pattern. So I print them back to back. I've used ivory 100 GSM A4 paper. If you are using a letter size paper, just adjust the settings on your printer so it's like fit to size. So now I'm gonna cut each one. I'm rushing it a bit. Usually I'm using like a guillotine, so I have like straight edges, but I'm not gonna, I wanted to keep this piece in full. So you understand what I mean about the printing back to back these 2 pages. Okay, so that's the first one. So 4 pages, I mean from 1 page printed back to back, you're gonna get 4 fully double-sided pages for the book. You can print an extra page if you want to add more pages. And I believe you have your own way of binding your books, but I'm going to show you the quickest and easiest one. If you have made one of my gift box kits already, I think I've got one for Easter, one for Christmas, and another like vintage roses one, then it's all the same. But if the first time you're making this kind of gift box for my kits, then basically it's covering everything, but just the same as the other. Now I'm going to fold each one. If I don't put too many pages inside my my books, I'm managing to sew the middle of the book, and it will go through my sewing machine just fine. I'm using 100 GSM, so with the covers I've got like 5 pages. It will go through, and I'm using a very simple sewing machine, and it will sew just fine. So you have one option. If you do own a sewing machine, even the simplest one, you should be just fine to run it through the machine as it is here in the middle. If not, then I don't know if you're sewing the pages like as signatures, or just go for the easiest options, which I've done in my sample. Let me see if I've got a piece of ribbon here. No, it's not long enough. Well, I'm just going to show this as an example. Basically, I'm just going to take a piece of ribbon here, and I'm going to tie it together. It's not long enough, but basically this is just to explain how I'm making the books. So I'll show you the one I've made before. And I'm making those pages small enough so when you are folding the book, they are not showing. The pages don't show. So if you trim to size, you should be just fine. So let me show you the book. So I've used this blue ribbon here, and probably it's a bit too thick. I might just trim it and do it slightly narrow. From one of the pages, I think I had a printing error and I had one extra of these, so I trimmed them into small pieces to make like mini pockets, and then all these little bits come inside. Yeah, so I've added here like a pocket here and there, and all these bits are coming with the kit. What else I've got here? Yeah, this is the piece that I trimmed before. I made an extra pocket here, and I've put these pieces together, so everything you see is included. What else I've got here? There's another piece here, and this one here. And it's just a little handmade love heart sticker that you can add to your book. So basically we've done the book cover, we've done the gift box, and inside, as I've shown you before, there are a few envelopes. I've used this large pattern paper to print on the back of the main envelope, so it's printed both sides, so you can do the same. These bits, even the large paper, come with the kit as well, so there is a matching paper for each one, like here. And again, I've printed on the back. I've added a little sticker here. They're also included. And there is another bag here, like a mini gift bag, which I'll put this note inside. And there were a few more. 1 second. Yeah. So this one also is also included. Reads "Love is sweet." And I've got this paper here, and this card, and the luggage tags, and this one as well. And this bit, this strip also included. I've stuck it here, and the extra hearts here, I've stuck them one on top of each other. And that's it really. So all these bits and pieces, and the gift box, and the gift and the book probably took me about half an hour to print everything. To stick, you can see it doesn't take long. Probably just to fill up your book will take a bit longer. Also, if you want to decorate some pieces, so I've stuck one piece of card onto some fabric, and this I stuck on top, and I've stained the edges of basically all the little pieces, so it will take a few minutes extra, but it's worth the extra time. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to put a link in the description for the listing, so you have easy access. Thank you so much for watching.